Viewer discretion is advised.
Since it's the holiday season, this debate came into my mind. The Grinch, the early 2000s version about the debate, versus Home Alone. Let's get it started. Now, the plot. Now, Home Alone's plot is a much more interesting than the Grinch's plot because Kevin is left home alone, and as 8-year-olds, we would love to stay home alone for a while, for a day or for a few days, to see what it's like, you know? Because that is a child's dream, to be home alone and do whatever the hell you want to do. And for Kevin, he has had a disdain for his family because, look at this. Kevin's the one that gets in trouble after Buzz is the one that starts everything. You know what I'm saying? Kevin's standing up for himself, and he stands an 8-year-old. Everybody points fingers at the child. Look at this. They threw out Kevin's ticket. If they would have put that in the movie and mentioned that, he wouldn't have gone on a trip at all, and the movie would be pointless. So they hidden that. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the Grinch, okay? The Grinch, we already know, we watched the cartoon growing up on TBS, Cartoon Network. But the live action movie, it had a lot of funny moments, a lot of notable moments, because the Grinch hates Christmas because he got embarrassed by Augustus Mayhew's dumbass. You know what I'm saying? I do not like him. I don't think anybody likes him at all. So the Grinch, that is why he hates Christmas, and he hates people necessarily. That's why he's scared off them kids in the beginning of the movie. In the end, he has a change of heart, you know what I'm saying? And it's a happy ending. He invites everybody out into the wilderness for a Christmas feast, you know what I'm saying? And then the movie ends on a happy note. But there was only one movie of the Grinch, and there was 2 movies of Home Alone. Main characters, okay? So I can memorize all the Home Alone characters. But we're going to start with the Grinches. There was just simple characters. Augustus Mayhew, Martha Mayhew, Cindy Lou Who, her parents, her brothers, sisters. And then there was the Grinch and Max. There was like side characters. There was not really much of a main character sort of plot, but there was just a few. The whole movie focused on the Grinch. And I gotta say, Jim Carrey did a legendary job. It's just a shame that he didn't do the animation movie in 2018. Moving on to Home Alone, we know all the characters. Harry, Marv, Kevin, Kate, Peter, Buzz, Lenny, Jeff, who else? Fuller, who always pee in the bed. Uncle Frank, I do not like Uncle Frank at all because he's a jerk. You know what I'm saying? He's like the Home Alone version of the Grinch. He said, "Look what you did, you little jerk." I don't like him and he also treats his kids like crap. Who has the better IQ? Compared to Jim Carrey, Macaulay Culkin had the smartest IQ than Jim Carrey in Home Alone because as an 8-year-old, he was taking care of himself, dressed himself. But for the Grinch, he was much smarter because his plans worked in the movie. You know what I'm saying? He was just, you know what I'm saying? He posed as Saint Nick and stole all the presents. But meanwhile, Kevin, he protected his house from burglars. So who are you gonna choose? I'm gonna choose Kevin because as a grown man, you're supposed to protect the house. As an 8-year-old kid, you wouldn't protect the house. You'd still be playing video games or eating ice cream or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or getting yourself into some kind of mischief. But not Kevin. So this round goes to Kevin McAllister. Neglected the most. I'm gonna say Kevin McAllister because Kevin McAllister was always neglected as a child. Because he's the one that always gets in trouble, and his parents left him behind on the trip. They just forgot about him. They didn't even wake him up or nothing. I think they were still mad about the whole pizza thing, But you have to get over that as a parent by now. You're supposed to take your children along. Everybody, not just the big ones, the little ones too. And you forgot Kevin not once but twice. You know what I'm saying? Twice. He flew out to New York and y'all didn't even notice until y'all got to the Miami airport. It's just sad to see. And that is low IQ by the parents. You know what I'm saying? So Kevin McAllister, he just had a sad time and a fun time. But the Grinch was 10 times worse because he got embarrassed in front of everybody as a child. So that's why he's the little asshole that he is today. You know what I'm saying? Even though he has changed. And he got rid of Augustus Mayhew. So Augustus was his kryptonite in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's just laughing at him. That's why the Grinch is the way he is. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad when you think about it. Coming from a few people's experience, bro. That's just sad. Look at the conclusion. In the conclusion, it's really hard to decide because both movies have a staple in our childhood. You know what I'm saying? But for me, Home Alone, I used to watch that every single day after school and around the holidays. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like it. But the Grinch, I didn't really like it at first, but then it's really grown at me as the age I am now and as a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to say this is a tie because these films were released 10 years apart. Happy holidays.